this thing on. I opened my notes app and it was like my list of men.
Oh my gosh, and the emojis.
Oh, the emojis. So like, the T means they're British. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, girl.
Okay. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the pod.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Guys, this is a very special Blondiep0p.
Yep.
Tell them who you are.
So, my name's Lauren Zinzer. I live in Chicago. I'm known as Blondiep0p on TikTok and Instagram. Really known for my advice segment for girls ages 17 to 25. I make just like content of me talking, and then I do vlogs, a little bit of lifestyle, but all about empowering the girly pop.
She's TikTok's big sister. Guys, I have a real life influencer in the room.
2 of them, actually.
Stop it! Save it. Did you watch Schitt's Creek?
A little bit, but...
I have a more important question.
What?
Have you watched Girls?
No, dude, I've heard of it, though.
Okay, I'm not an advice person. I'm not here to give you advice, but what I'm going to say is that if you're a girl between, the ages of 17 and 25...
Yep.
That's what she says.
Got it.
Watch Girls. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh.
You need to.
Okay. What's it about?
Girls.
When was it filmed? Like what?
Started in 2012. Lena Dunham produced it, wrote it. It's hers, and it's about her and like her friend group, and they are so unhinged and amazing. But I have it on the screen right now because that's what I was watching, and it's my first time watching it. Where are you from?
South Carolina.
When did you move here?
So I came here for college, and then I left for 2 years, and I lived in North Carolina, and then I moved back here. I freaking love this city. Chicago is my most favorite city in America. That's exactly why I live here. I feel like you should live in your favorite city in the world.
I am so lucky that like I'm from a place where my the downtown.
Where are you from again?
Highland Park, which is like
of course I knew
with
that.
no traffic. It's like a 30-minute drive. Like it's so easy. Like I'm just so lucky that like I happen to be in the same state as my family.
I'm torn. I love both. I love Chicago and I love Carolina.
Chicago just has a place for everyone.
Yes, and it's so livable, but I personally think it's as like exciting as New York City, but I haven't been to New York City in like 8 years.
I've never been to New York City.
You haven't?
No. And
you are giving New York City vibes.
It's crazy because
do you get that a lot?
You're the second person to say that today.
You need to go.
I know.
You are your fashion, like your aura. That is crazy.
My best friend / cousin, who's my age, we're 18 days apart. Like whatever, lives there. So I don't know why I haven't. She lives in Manhattan. Don't know why I haven't done that. Therapy with Molly on Instagram. She just started.
Cute.
I know she's a therapist, and she just started her little.
I'm gonna follow.
Yes, amazing content.
Oh my gosh.
We may have.
Wait, I love content like that. Oh my gosh,
it's so cute. We went to
therapy with Molly.
I think so. I'll double check.
Okay.
We used to have to go to therapy together because we fought so much. Okay, but you moved here. You went to DePaul. Did you go to?
Yep.
I did for a second.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
I lived in 1237.
Yeah, you hated
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to DePaul. I was an acting major. I was so immersed in the theater school. It was honestly an amazing experience. Every professor at the theater school, love them. They're not going to see this. I love you guys. But I was traumatized because of the students. Not even the professors. Professors, angelic. Students, some of y'all need a word. No, I'm kidding. I love a lot of them, though.
I have a question, which I am willing to say on this podcast.
Oh, God, I'm scared. Is it about somebody?
It's about somebody who was a theater major. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. So when I first started at DePaul, it was like COVID season, and I think I hooked up with someone. We met on Bumble. He was like a handsome man, and now she's a woman. She was a theater major.
I probably know her. It was a lot of like rich kids from New York, LA, Houston, like every major city, and they're like my parents can pay for me to go to acting school. Like not all of them. Again, there's some people who came from humble roots and they're actually very successful right now. Shout out to those people.
Okay, I want to talk TikTok.
Oh, thank God. I want to talk about this. Because I've been dying to get this off my chest. Like I told you, I have nobody to talk about this with. You're the perfect person to talk about it with. Our content creation journeys, you and I, pretty aligned. I think yours took off a little bit sooner than mine did, but it doesn't matter in general, but like I didn't even know you then, you didn't know me.
Yeah.
It's weird, you and I are on very similar paths right now, but yeah, did you have something you want to kick this off with? Because
no,
I could talk for days.
I mean, like, I don't even know, I was going to say, like, how it started, but I don't even know how mine did, because I think once my first video, like, popped off, maybe my second, that's when I changed my username to Thick Jewish Girl, because I was like...
What was it before?
My name.
Yeah, and then what made you... Wait... that happened to me. I changed my username. Mine was Lauren Zinzer, and I popped off when I made it just Blondiep0p. And
That's
I did
so
that.
Funny.
I did mine. Well, I actually started a whole new account.
Oh, really?
But like I did mine. I'll go into mine. But tell me, why did you get sparked to change it?
Well,
that's a really good catchphrase. Like that's a slogan name. Thick Jewish Girl.
I was like, okay, if I'm gonna pop off, and like I wasn't really doing it on purpose yet, but I was posting videos of my dad, and everybody loved my dad and was obsessed with him. Mm-hmm. And this was like before I actually like tried. Like this was like COVID times. We were just having fun.
Yep.
And I was like, if I'm gonna pop off, like it's not gonna be as Nikki Lieberman. Thick Jewish Girl.
It's Thick Jewish Girl. It's your brand.
And I
like people don't understand how much of a business content creation is.
When people reach out, like brands and stuff to you, or like even in the DMs, do they call you Blondiep0p or? Because I get Thick.
Oh my gosh.
Perez Hilton called me Thick.
When were you talking to Perez?
We'll get into that, but
oh my god,
isn't that so funny?
No, that's so funny. No, they'll sometimes call me. They used to call me like they'd call me Blondiep0p because it's my @. But now I changed my name on there to Lauren Zinzer, okay. But my @ is still Blondiep0p because. But so okay, so like you really took off 6 months ago. What sparked you to get dedicated and like actually take it seriously?
Well, the whole Blake Lively thing happened, and I was like, overnight it was like an extra 7,000, and then
crazy. From
there it was like
it's
okay,
crazy.
So I was like, why don't I just take advantage of it and whatever, and like half of it like it's hard crazy. Because like half the time I just want to be like my silly goofy self, but like what the people want is the tea, and like I'm like trying to find a balance between how much tea to give them, and because like when I post like silly goofy things, like of course it doesn't get nearly as many views as like me talking about Blake or my time on Shameless or any drama like that, and I'm like, damn.
Well, take your ego out of it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I can tell you're like, oh, like you can't be personal. It's a business. Like I'm gonna tell you, like I'm early on in my content creation career, but I already can tell that there's something called series, right? Like but I'm gonna say series, not what everybody thinks where you have your playlist and you're like, that's a series made. I think there's series for a content creator in their time of doing it, and like your thing that got you to pop off was like your tea time era, which is all this and TMZ and all that, and that's great. Like that got your name on the map, and it's going to ebb and flow, but there will be something else that comes that will bring you back on the map, right? But also as you build your following, you will be known for like you, and people just tune in, and it takes a while to get to the point where people just want to tune in, because like the only example I can think of right now is Alex Earl. Like it took her to get to that point where she could literally just like basically do her makeup and tell us something about her day, and everybody wants to tune in because they know her. Like you're gonna get there, but she had to pop off for random one-offs, like everybody. That's where the creativity comes in though. So like you're known for your like tea and like your, well honestly you're known for your storytelling, so you can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
But you're known for like the tea time right now, and you just gotta like throw shit at the wall until you and do what you like, right? Until you find something creative and you're like, then that pops off, and then the whole thing is building your overall brand. Totally. You're gonna have multiple facets that people know you from.
It's also like a balance, because like my whole like brand is like talking about the things that like nobody talks about.
Which is great.
Which is fun, but then like also like now that I'm back in corporate America, now I have to like find this balance of like, okay, what should I be posting on social media, like whatever, blah blah blah. But I think because there's such a differentiator between Thick Jewish Girl and Nikki Lieberman, like I do have that opportunity to like not say whatever I want, but like be more unhinged.
Yeah, I feel that.
So there's like that balance of like, okay, what's appropriate, what's not, and then like the other balance is like juggling work and TikTok.
Oh, let's talk about it.
She's putting her glasses on.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're the perfect person for me to talk to about this because I feel like I'm alone on this island and I feel a little misunderstood.
Yeah.
And it's because some people think of the content creation as a cutesy, fun hobby, and they think of it as a dream, and they think of it that, oh, you're maybe doing it for attention or these things, right? Like sometimes people have their...
I love attention.
Yeah, we thrive off it. But I truly... It's okay. I truly view content creation as a business, and like yourself, you're doing sales right now, right?
Yeah.
And you've always done sales, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both business women, so you really get me on this. I freaking love business. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of corporate, right? But I love sales. And social media content creation is sales, it's business. So that's where a lot of my passion lies in it. Also helping my community and making a good impact, right? And like connecting. It's awesome. That's my favorite part. Plus like curating a business, that is something that like I could have and support myself on. But we're in this weird interim where we have to manage working a 9-to-5 and building a business, but then we're not seen as a business. It's seen as like a cutesy hobby, and I'm like, no, when you take it seriously. And then I feel like some people get maybe offended because like, you don't text me back that much, like what's going on, like you don't talk as much. And I'm like, I seriously, I don't know about you, but like actually want to know this. So the market's so bad, so sales are really hard right now, so I'm like working extra and I hate it. I'm working from like 8:30 to 5. I'm not gonna so I sprinkle in content creation while I work. And for example, like I did stuff yesterday evening, but I went to bed at 2 a.m. last night because I was like filming and editing.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm working like a 16-hour day.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I'm not complaining, I love it. I'm just saying like that's why I can't text people back sometimes. And I sometimes get overwhelmed, like the anxiety gets high. It's super fun. It's all my choice, and I'm not gonna have it any other way. But like, it gets to a point where it's like really hard to focus at your 9-to-5 because you just want to build your business. I don't know if you feel like that.
Yeah, no, I do. Especially like since I started the podcast, like editing it takes hours, and I do have all my social media push notifications off.
I need to do that.
Yeah, it's changed the game because I need to like.
That's actually smart.
Yeah, and like the videos that I have that have blown up, like I think one has almost 5 million views. Like it still gets crazy comments on it, and now it's just like those people who are like catching up and like feel like if you feel the need to comment now, it's probably not for a good reason. So like that really motivated me to just like turn because like if I'm in social media mood and like I go on there, I know what I'm in for. So like that's why I have to turn the notifications off and only go on like when I'm ready to dive in. But time wise, I think a lot of the times my friends will text me being like, hey, do you want to hang out? And I'm like, oh, like I'm editing right now. And they're like, you can do that later. And I'm like, no, like I actually can't because if I don't post today, then like you need to post every day to keep up with it. And like if I don't post today, then like it's not good. And it's like I post a bunch of like silly goofy videos, but like I also need something like substantial in there. So it's like, oh, you posted, and I'm like, no, I didn't post like that kind. Like you don't get it unless you get it.
I totally relate. I think it's also like it's not even just that like you have to post. It's I'm sorry, I want to. It's like it brings me so much happiness. I'm so immersed. It's like, yeah, I want to do this. I mean, look at us. It's a Friday night and we're filming content.
Yeah.
Like. But I had people who are like, are you going out? Are you going out? And I'm just like, I need to build my business. It's a business.
It is.
And I'm like, I need to build my business, and I like want to do it. And it's hard though to be seen. Like, it's in the personal life. Like,
no, and like I get it though. Like before, like looking at someone, I would be like, fuck you mean your life is so hard? And not saying that this is like my life is so hard. Like this is a choice, but
yeah.
It's like, eventually I would like to not be working in corporate America. I would like to be running my own shit. And, like, I get a lot of fulfillment from it. Like,
Me too.
I talk about, like, honesty and, like, you know, like, really vulnerable shit. So, like...
Yeah.
Like, this is what I do want to be doing one day. So, like, if I want to do that, because, like, does my job bring me joy? Like, no. Like, it brings me a paycheck, and that's joyful, but, like,
Yeah.
this brings me joy. So, like, if I want to work, it's not even like, oh, I'm working on my social media or my business or whatever. It's like I'm working towards, like, my happy.
I couldn't relate fully. Like, I relate so hard. But also, it's like, I personally, like, it's just such a good creative outlet. And, like, with my background in the performing arts and everything, it seriously, when people say in life, like, you need to love the process, you need to love the journey, not just the destination. Like, I have finally found something. Like, content creation is my journey that I genuinely love. Like, even, like, editing my YouTube videos, and it takes, like, sometimes it can take me, like, 5 hours because I'm, like, learning. I am having so much fun, and I love it, and I'm so locked in, and I'm, like, that's why I'm not texting people, I'm not on my phone, because I'm, like, enjoying the moment, and I love editing. Or, like, I love coming up with ideas. It's just such a good creative outlet. Like, I don't know if you feel that. Like, I really enjoy the process of it. I love doing it.
No, I do too. I have so much fun. And, like, the good outweighs the bad so much. My mom called me the other day, like, almost in tears because she saw all these. I had a Daily Mail article written about me, and, like, the comments were horrid. Like,
what
some
were
of them
they
were
saying?
They used a picture of me. I've lost a lot of weight the past year, and they used a picture of me, like, before, and, like, not in a malicious way. I sent all these pictures, and I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah.
And there was, like, a lot of, like, thick Jewish girl, and we're, like, obese Jewish girl, and, like, whatever. And, like, my mom was just, like, so upset. She saw comments about my nose and, like, a lot of anti-Semitic stuff, and she's like, I don't know if I want you to be doing this. And I'm like, and then I sent her a bunch of comments and messages from, like, young women who, like,
love you,
who love me. Like, I put on blast, like, this guy who was, like, a stalker in my building, and, like, 50 other women reached out to me being like, he did that to me too in Chicago. And I'm like, people would have never had, like, that safe space to come to or that person to relate to if I never posted. So, like, the good, like, all the hard work, all the hate comments, all the shit, like, I think the hard work is good, but there's times where I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
The good outweighs the bad so much.
Absolutely.
Like, the comments that I get, like, they're like, I've never found someone who feels this way, or, like, I've never seen somebody with my body type that, like, dresses however they want, or, like, acts however, like, that's so fucking worth it.
So worth it. I love when I get DMs like that and comments like that. My favorite is getting DMs and girls are like, seriously, like, you've helped me so much in the past months, like, with your content. Like, that's exactly why I do it.
What do you think, like, sparked your whole journey?
I think since, like, the past 2 or 3 years, in the back of my mind, I've always wanted to be a content creator, but I never actually put in the hustle or the time or the work or believed in myself.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds so cliche, but it's true.
No.
I didn't try. I wasn't actually content creating for the 2 to 3 years that in the back of my head I wanted to, because I didn't post every day. I didn't teach myself how to edit. I didn't try. And a lot of people don't. And, like, then I honestly, like, went through a breakup in, like, end of October. I was already kind of dabbling in it, but I don't know, I went through, like, this breakup, and I was kind of like, you know what? And then I had, back from Charlotte, but we're all interconnected online, a couple of girls who I'm friends with who were in the same boat as me. We didn't have platforms or anything, and we all were like, they pushed me. They were like, girl, just post. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm building my platform. I don't think this is cringe. I'm posting every day. And I was like, well, if they're doing it, and I already know they have my back, and they're gonna, like, support me, I was like, I don't care. I started Blondiep0p because it wasn't my name, and nobody from my personal life knew, because at the time, I needed that space to let myself have creative freedom and not feel perceived, even though I knew people would find it. But I was like, okay, it's gonna be harder. And yeah, in the breakup and, like, the girls doing it, I was like, I actually want to do this, and I'm just gonna fake it till I make it. And that's when I was consistent and I started posting. I didn't start posting every single day for, like, November and December, but I was posting frequently. I was posting a couple times a week. And one thing popped off, and it really got me, because it was a video about everybody gets played, everybody gets cheated on. Like, that's the way of the world. Like, stop thinking it's a you thing. Like, everybody goes through it. Even Megan Fox went through it. Look at Megan Fox.
That's what I was just thinking about.
And
you said that.
Yeah, and, like, it popped off, and then it was so cool seeing the comments and people, like, being like, you're helping me, and it just inspired me. And then I started like seeing some content on like how to actually grow it, and like you truly have to post every day. And I just kept coming up with ideas. Again, thought I was an influencer in my head, so I did it, and then I really popped off. And then that's what my following built. And I'm the type of person, like, you seize an opportunity. Some people pop off, they get the following because they popped off for a one-off vid, but they don't have the mental awareness or want to be like, this is a business. They're just like, oh, they just think of them. They're like, oh, I think everybody could capitalize. If you pop off, like, capitalize. So I capitalize, and I'm like, not making this a side business.
Yeah.
That will be a full business, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, find, like, the fine line between, see, like, what I was saying before, like, when you said pop off, like, I'm trying really hard to find the line between, like, or, like, finding a balance of, like, that authenticity that I want to bring, and also, like, the entertainment I want to bring, because there's, like, two parts, like, I want, like, two parts of me on there. Like, I want, like, the authentic, like, hey, like, girls or boys or whoever, like, being in their 20s and having no fucking clue what we're doing with our life. That's kind of my thing. Mm-hmm. I want that on there. And then also, like, the entertainment part, like, this is what you want. So
you do both. Yeah. I've done a lot of research on, like, what's going on with the algorithm and what is working. Like, I follow creators who are in the marketing space, and they like manage people, and they have their TikToks that have a good following, and they talk about this stuff. And niches are out, yourself is in. So, like, you can do both. Like, it's like they just know you and your brand. You have a great brand going. Thick Jewish girl. So,
do you feel the need to, like, stick with, like, the older sister persona or personality? Like, do you ever make, like, videos where it's just, like, so different? Or, like, do you stick to that?
I do like leaning into, like, being, like, a mentor, because that's, like, brings me so much joy, and that's the sort of brand I want for myself. But yeah, I mean, I'll make one-off videos. Kind of, I play around with things. I do some videos that are kind of like Ken Urich style. Do you know Ken Urich? Where, like, the other day I just made a video. It was like Ken Urich. Like, I'm just saying a one-liner to the camera, and it did, like, fairly well. But I was just like, oh, like, I was talking on the phone on the treadmill, and, like, this girl got really mad at me. I guess you can't do that.
I
and
saw
like
that.
Yeah, and that's not really, like, older sister brand at all. That's just, like, me being Lauren. But then I'll post, like, I post a lot of just, like, me being Lauren, but I feel like older sister is a huge part of Lauren. But, like, a lot of my following is kind of picking up on, like, also just, like, who I am. But I like being able to, you know, be respected, and, like I'm cognizant for my brand. Like, I wouldn't post something that, but that's also Lauren. Like, I wouldn't post something that makes me look like ditzy or something, because I don't want people to think of me like that. But I do post stuff that's literally just me, and I think that's starting to ease in. But also with the research I've done, like, whatever content you make, especially starting out, we're both micro influencers. That's what they call us. But when you're, like, at that level, which is, like, good, but it's best practice to not make content that's just, like, all about you. Like, oh, I'm getting ready and I'm going here. Like, you have to make it about your audience, and then you earn that privilege when you gain a really big following. That's when you have the leverage to just be like, this is what I'm doing, because you have that household name. So until then, all the content has to be value-based. So I always have my audience in mind.
Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. I decided that my brand, though, is like, it's everything. And, like, I stick to certain niches, don't get me wrong. Like, my humor is pretty much the same. Like, my authenticity is the same. But then again, like, I'm not talking about one specific thing. Like, I'm talking about, like, anything that comes up. Like, when Remy Bader, like, this whole controversy came out. Like,
yeah, you made something on that, right?
Yeah, I was talking about, like...
Wait, can you elaborate on that? Because that's...
Yeah.
Talk about that, because I really deep dive into that.
It's
because
really,
I've been following Remy Bader.
Yeah, I'm, like, was so confused on my thoughts, because, you know,
I liked your take on it.
Thank you.
But can you say it again?
Yeah, no, she had weight loss surgery, and she was a body positive influencer, you know, loving the body that you're in.
Absolutely.
And whatnot. So I think people are upset because that's what she was. And then she went ahead and, like, literally had a surgery to change everything that she was saying that she loved. But then I'm, like, feeling guilty. I had 2 weight loss surgeries. One when I was 19 because I was super sick and had to have it. And then one less than a year ago by choice. And I was like, do I owe this to my audience? And then I was actually talking about it in therapy, and I'm like, because I talk about body positivity, but I never once claim that I love my own body. But what I do talk about is that you're worth more than what your brain tells you. That's my thing. My thing isn't to like say like, love your body at every size, because like none of like, I mean, maybe there's some people out there who love their body at every size, but that's fucking rare. So like, I was deciding like, do I owe this to my audience if I'm telling them to love themselves? But like, I don't know. But I made a video on it because like, being more vulnerable to my audience, like, it's so scary, but at the same time, like,
absolutely,
it hits that one person who's going through exactly what you're going through. And I did have a girl DM me being like, I don't know, I'm in the same exact boat, I don't know, like, I haven't even told my friends because I was always the girl who was like, you're beautiful, you don't let anybody, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so, like, I don't know, I just, like...
I think the difference is, though, with Remy is Remy based her whole brand on that.
Totally.
And it's clear she had an agenda. Like, she wasn't ever... I didn't follow her closely enough to know, but I watched some things and I could kind of pick up from... I watched Remy. I just didn't watch her as close as some of the, like, loyal followers. And I get what some people were saying. Like, she clearly had an agenda. Like, she never once mentioned, I want to get this surgery, or, like, I'm trying to make changes. Like, even just subtly dropping that. Like, I think you can still, like, be body positivity and love yourself, and then also, like, kind of allude to, like, I might do this, and then it kind of came out of left field for them, and now I get what they're saying, because some of the stuff she posts is, like, giving body check.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched them, like, when she's looking at her outfit, like, it's giving body check. Like, there's a way that you can do, like, look at my outfit, I'm going out, and do you get what I mean? Like, totally. A lot of people do it, like, the body check, like, but no, I still like Remy, but I understand what you mean, though, with the pressure. Because, like, I give a lot of advice. Something I do, though, is, and some people might not pick up on this, every video I disclaim and I share how I'm, like, I'm telling you this advice right now while I'm actively learning this.
Yeah.
Or I actively still fuck
like, I do
this
not
up.
have a license to say this.
Yeah, no, I always say it. Like, I'm like, I'll tell, and I'll say something, like a piece of advice, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm still working on that, by the way. Like, I'm not perfect. I say, like, people say I give advice, but I'm like, I more so think it's, like, reminders, and it might be advice for, like, younger people who haven't heard what I said before, because you learn things as you get older, but, like, but I understand you on the pressure. Also...
Like, I don't want to let anyone down.
Me too, and I felt that, but that's why, like, I made a video recently, and I basically owned up to my audience, and I was like, look, don't go back to an ex. Like, don't go back to an ex-boyfriend. And I was like, you live and you learn. Why do you think I can make all this advice? Like, that was me basically saying, like, I effed up. Something that I've been thinking about, and I want to know if you have, is people in my personal life who, okay, this is all speculation, and this is, like, kind of risky for me to say on here. I don't know if you felt this, but sometimes nobody said anything, but I can catch a vibe, my intuition's strong. I feel like sometimes people are like, why does she pop off with that advice? Like, I have good advice. Like, and what I have to say to that, nobody said that directly, but you can tell when people make, like, subtle comments. This is what I have to say to people like that. You probably have just as good advice that I do. I don't reinvent the wheel with the advice I give. I've had some shady comments, like, subtle, but, like, it's not my advice that takes off. It's my sales and marketing skills and my public speaking. Yeah. It is literally a combo. I'm not always making this insanely good advice. It's my delivery, and it's the fact that I know how to sell and build an empire. Like, same for you, probably, like, with your advice stuff.
Even if you see, like, a video of me where, like, there's no good lighting or whatever, like, you'll notice that, like, each cut is less than 0.1 seconds long, because nobody wants to listen to silence, and, like, there's certain things, like, I research what hashtags are popular right now, and what time of the day, and what everything, like, there's a reason that my content's good, your content's good, but, like, it's the research that we're doing that gives us that success.
It's that, but, like, it's totally that, and do you have an artistic background? Because you were literally on, like, Shameless and all these shows. Like, did you do acting growing up or something?
No, like, I was always, I never, like, I was a dancer.
I was gonna say, for me, it's, like, my content does well because, like, I grew up doing acting, like, my whole life and, like, talking in front of a camera and, like, knowing how to like public speak and convey a message to people, that also helps.
I started doing like any form of social media after working on Shameless though. Like I would post like vlogs and stuff because.
And so you have practice.
I think I also felt like for some reason like there was more validity to my content now that I had done this like cool thing.
Yeah, sometimes you need the boost.
Yeah, which is fine. And then I would film like myself going on set once I was like there's definitely I've always been like a creative person. Like I'm an artist.
The creativity goes such a long way with this field.
My first dance recital, it was ballet, and I started breakdancing and like.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, so then they put me into hip hop. Like
I love hip hop. I did that.
I love it. I went when I was.
We should go to a class. Like, they have classes in the city.
Okay, this is kind of separate, but this is so good. I love this. This is, like, the best moment. I was, like, heartbroken, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, sometimes you're heartbroken. You're like, I need a revenge bod, which, like, fuck off. But, like, still. I went on ClassPass, and I was so miserable, whatever. Booked a dance class. Nobody showed up. It was only me and the teacher, and it was the most therapeutic thing I've ever done. Because
That is so cool.
I hadn't danced in, like, 5 years, and it was unbelievable.
Wait, that is awesome. I've done that before. I've had that in Charlotte, like when you're just like the only person because nobody showed up.
We should dance. Okay, so we have some questions from the audience, specifically Lauren, Blondiep0p's audience.
So I just put up a Q&A on my Instagram, and I have some inquiries. So we are going to do a Q&A session. I will read off what the inquiry is.
Are we rapid firing, or are we like?
Oh no, we're gonna like get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll read it off, and then Nikki is going to give her spiel, like her advice and her like opinion, and then I'll give mine.
Okay.
So okay, first one is juicy.
I'm excited.
How do I accept the fact I won't ever get the closure I so desperately begged for? I'm thinking this is from a man in a relationship, so.
I mean, my whole mindset is tricking your brain. So,
that's good.
Whether that be like writing a note from the other person's perspective or tricking your brain into thinking you got it, like, what could you turn into your situation into being closure? Was it that last straw? Because that's closure for me. That last straw was enough for you to be like, that's it. Like,
that's my closure.
That was you saying, A, I'm not important enough to you. That's the closure. And because whether you want closure or not, it's not coming. So you have to trick your brain.
That's really good.
Thank you.
That's really good. Honestly, I totally relate to that. I seriously, I think it came with age, but like as I've gotten older, if they F up so horrendously and do something so disrespectful, I'm like, I don't mean shit to you. So I'm like, I don't even want you in my life. It's like, stay the hell away from me. Like, I'm like, I don't need an apology. Like, I'm good on that. It's like, you're such a terrible person. It was really good.
Doesn't mean it's never gonna like come back and not hurt, but like, and also I will say, like, time does heal all wounds. Like, I fear it'll always come back, but like, think about like how bad you felt like the day after something happened, and then now you're like, fuck.
Yeah. I also think, like, I mean, what does closure even do, though? Like, I've never been a fan of it. Like, it's like, what is it going to do? Like, you know he's not your husband. Like, your husband wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's...
Make room for someone else who
your
cares.
Husband couldn't go without, like, apologizing at least, you know? It's just... It's like... It's not going to be anything. So, alright, let's see the next one. How to pivot with your career / know when to.
Okay, I'm going to give you advice that I don't take myself, okay? Stop waiting. If you are in a financial position, get the fuck out of whatever rut you're in, and move to what you want to do, because like the day is never going to come. Like, you have to create the day. Someday is not a day of the week. So you have to make today someday.
That's really good. Also, another spin on this too is if you are somebody who like does like maybe they love corporate America, or if you're like, I don't know, like you're in the medical field or something, you're like super passionate about that, which is awesome. And you're wondering like, when do I need to pivot? Like, when do I need to like put myself out there to get like that promotion, like that next level job, or maybe you're in sales and you want to transition to consulting because you feel like you need to like move your career along and do something different. I think when always just be open to opportunities. Like when things are coming your way. Like you don't have to be a yes man in life, but like I'm a firm believer of even if you're at your job and you're so happy and you like love your company and you're thriving, if you get those recruiters that reach out, like just take the recruiter call. All right, so next one. This is good. Social media posting anxiety. Like I literally deleted my main account for it.
So I spent so much time caring about what other people think, and I think that's my biggest regret ever. Once I pushed myself out of that comfort zone, like, and there's no like easy way to do it. Like there's no like I'm gonna build up the confidence. Like you just have to do it. Mm-hmm. My life got so much better because now I post whatever I want and I don't care. I put the phone away. My notifications are off. I don't know who liked or commented it until hours later when I go back on, and it's the best feeling in the world. I would recommend posting something, deleting the app, and going back on the next day.
That's really good. That's a good strategy. I also want to say like a different perspective on this because I don't know with this person, like I get like having the anxiety over posting, but also like I don't know what your perspective is on social media. If you're a person who doesn't like social media and you don't want to post, like, because we're talking about like personal posting too, like,
oh yeah,
you don't have to do that. Like,
no,
it's cool. LA cool girl has no Instagram. She's like mysterious. Nobody knows what she's doing. That is a flex. I wish I could be like that. I wish I was a person like that. I never have been. Like, I always loved posting like on my personal, even before I like made it like content creation journey. But yeah, if you like don't like posting, like get off of social media. It is so anxiety inducing. Like just remove yourself from social media and you'll have so much more time on your hands. That's one path you can take, but also what Nikki was saying totally makes sense. And also, if you're having anxiety and you're somebody who's maybe having anxiety because you want to do content creation and you're worried how you're going to be perceived, I started posting on TikTok, built my audience that really resonates with my platform, and then I had a lot of anxiety taking it to Instagram. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then
me too.
But for me, I really looked inward and I was like, why do I have this anxiety? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to say what you think. I had anxiety posting on Instagram because my personal Instagram following is not my audience. They don't want it. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes when you're a content creator, your content is not for everyone. They weren't my audience. What did I do? I built a second Instagram, didn't tell anybody from my personal life because I knew my people who are my following, who see me, who like my content, were gonna find me. If there's a will, there's a way. They're gonna find me, and they have. And I have no anxiety over posting. So I'm like, these like 4,000 people on my Instagram following this account are here for my content. Yeah. They literally like what I post. And then my personal is my personal, and I'm losing steam on my personal because I'm like, I feel like you guys are haters.
Traps, and then the rest is. No, when I made my second account, like my Thick Jewish Girl account, like the only person I follow on there is myself. Because I'm like,
that's how mine is.
Exactly. I'm like, if you want to find me, you'll find me. And the first day I posted, I got 1,000 followers, and I was like, see, there's people who like genuinely want to view my content. And then I see like the people from high school and my past, whatever. And I'm like, if you want to support me, support me. Like,
oh yeah,
it's hard because like it's easier to post confidently once you have like a significant amount of followers.
But I want to say like I just made my second Instagram exactly a month ago, almost March 3rd. I for like 3 weeks had literally 4 followers because I don't beg for follows. I didn't tell any of my friends. Like I don't, because also like my friends are my friends. Like I'm like, they don't have to be my audience for my content. Yeah. Like I don't care. Like any friend of mine does not need to feel pressure to like engage with my content. Like I'm like, it's okay if you're not my audience. Like I don't take it personal. I posted for 3 weeks with 4 followers. Then I started posting reels and content started resonating. I started to be consistent. But like, yeah, it was embarrassing for 3 weeks. I had 4 followers. But you know what? I was like, I don't care. I know I'm a businesswoman. I know I'm going to grow this. And anybody who's like secretly watching me and secretly hating, I know they're not content creators. Because every content creator friend I have respects the hustle and respects the grind.
Did you see that girl who posted on TikTok? And it might have been you who reposted it or commented on it. Who was like walking on wells, and I could tell she was on wells, but she didn't say she was on wells. And she was like, film wherever you want in public. Nobody knows how many followers you have.
Yes, I think I did repost one. I love it.
I love it.
That was so good.
Like to that I say like, I know it's not the same, but like I post on Instagram knowing I have almost 30,000 followers on TikTok. Nobody on Instagram knows that, but I post anyways. Because
but you post like it because you have that under your belt, so you know, so you're more confident. You're like, yeah, like
it'll grow.
Like, yeah.
You guys don't need it. Like, nobody else needs to know. Like, I don't know. It's like, just honestly,
everyone has to start somewhere. I posted on TikTok for like months with like barely 200 followers, and that's embarrassing. But it's not embarrassing. Like, anybody doing it, like, it's not embarrassing.
Just pretend you're fucking famous already.
That's what I did. But once I started, it took me months, and then randomly I was like, I'm gonna pretend I'm famous, and it worked. So
no, that's what I do. Like, I like wake up in the morning. Sometimes a lot of the times I film like morning. I hate doing morning routines, but I'll do it because like I have to like put like a brand like in there, and so like I'll just like fully pretend I'm famous, and like pretend that you guys care what I'm doing, because like I know you don't.
It probably does well.
Yeah, and I mean, but like I feel like people also know like this is me getting my bag, so like it works.
Yeah.
Are there any other more questions?
Oh yeah. How to fill up your own cup / make your life full to detach from external things. That's a very insightful one. How to fill up your own cup / make your life full to detach from external things.
Journal. Because there's so many busy thoughts in our brain every day. We think a million things a day, and like using that time to be like mindful and like write down things that you're proud of yourself for. Because like I'm gonna tell you to be proud of yourself, and then you're gonna think of one thing, and then it's gonna tell you mind is gonna go to 100 other different things. Writing it down at the end of the day, like things you're proud of yourself for, or things that you could have done differently.
That's really good.
Because nobody else is gonna fill your cup up. Like, even a man, like, he's not gonna fill your cup up every single day. I'm telling you this much. You gotta fill your own fucking cup. So, I don't know. I also think, like, remembering, like, no matter what your brain tells you, you're worth more. Like, tricking your brain is everything to me.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I would say I am a very goal-oriented girl. And so, for me, it's like, I, like, have big dreams, have big aspirations, and you're working towards that every day. Like, that's literally how my mind operates. Like, my eye is always on the prize. So every day, like, and with that, I'm the main character in my life, and I'm living this movie. So and I wasn't always like that. I didn't always think like that. When you talk about like detached, for me, like, I had a problem with like guys. I put a lot of worth into like, if I had a boyfriend, if guys like me, if like my crush likes me. I seriously lost that completely now, and it's so freeing. Because, like, I have, like, these major goals that I'm, like, I know I can work towards them and I know I can achieve them. It might take me years, but I'm, like, every day I'm thinking about that, and I have so much purpose, even if I'm, like, dragged into my 9 to 5. I'm always thinking about that. You have to be the main character of your life.
And it feels so good when you hit a goal. And that gives you so much, that fills your cup for sure.
Yeah. And, like, also, like, it's kind of cliche when people are, like, be the girl that you want to be. I hated that because I'm like, what does that even mean, bro? Like, I'm like, that is so annoying. But I don't know. I think in a way I kind of lean into it. It's like, I like be a little cocky in your head. Like, I'm like, yeah, like, I have to do my workout. Like, it's like I have to work out. Like, I'm going to Pilates. Like, I have to do this.
No,
like,
fake
I have my
it till
shit
you
together.
make it.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Don't be fake, but fake it.
Yeah.
Because like
that was.
Because like.
Put it on a billboard. It was
No,
good.
literally. You can literally be whoever you want in your brain. Like,
absolutely.
If I wake up tomorrow and I decide I am Britney fucking Spears with my little belly dancing ass blonde hair, like, I'm Britney Spears.
Word. Absolutely.
You might not
I'm
believe it, but I believe it.
Is it normal to still think about my ex every day if we broke up 7 months ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. They were a big part of your life.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna go away.
I hope you're no contact, though, because I think you wouldn't think too hard every day if you're no contact for 7 months. Like, so go no contact if you're not. And not trying to lay down the law too hard, but I think it'll help because then he might pop up in your head 7 months down the road, but like if you're no contact, I think you would have some days that he wasn't in your head. So
give yourself some grace. I mean, like a breakup, you have to like go through the whole grieving process because like you are grieving a big part of your life. So yeah, if you need to think about someone for a minute, do it and then let it pass.
Somebody said how to make money young. Like, please.
Oh, selfie pictures. I worked at a toy store starting when I was like 14. I don't know, get a job. How young is she?
I don't know. They don't elaborate.
I started in corporate America.
We're all trying to figure out how to make the money.
I dropped out of college and started working in corporate America at 20, so that's the only reason that I can afford my life. So I mean, don't drop out, but if you want to not be in debt, if your parents aren't paying for college and you want to start making money, then maybe drop out.
Then do it. All right, those are the inquiries.
Those are amazing.
I know.
Okay, well, tell everybody where to find you.
So find me on Instagram and TikTok at Blondiep0p, like pop with a 0, and find me on YouTube, Lolo Zinzo.
Oh, that's cute. Lolo Zinzo.
Thanks.
Lolo.
Yeah, that's my personal Instagram.
Well, thank you guys for watching. This was
Thanks.
so fun.
This is so fun.
And
we love you guys.
Bentley says good night. All right.